All right, you guys. With the Raiders Seahawks game less than 24 hours away, currently it is 6:45 of this video is recording. I'm gonna do my Raiders versus Seahawks preseason Week 1 preview. I will be doing this for every preseason game. There's gonna be 3, and then I'm gonna do it for all 16 games. The NFL switched to 17-week schedule, so there'll be 16 games plus a bye week. So I'll be doing my very first game preview. This time it is going to be the Raiders versus Seahawks at Allegiant Stadium. This game will be the first time the Raiders will be playing in front of their home crowd, in front of Raider Nation in Allegiant Stadium. Dude, I'm so excited for this game, for me to see fans in that stadium, to have Raider Nation in that stadium, and I think that stadium will be packed for this preseason game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's packed. So that is the one thing I'm really excited for. So some other topics is some things I personally want to take looks at are the offensive line. The reasons why is, this whole offseason, the offensive line has been getting tons and tons of criticism and seeing if they can actually hold up in the league. And I actually kind of believe they can. I think this offensive line can hold their own. Obviously, the Raiders let go of Trent Brown, Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson, and those guys. But the Raiders replaced those guys with other quality starters, such as Alex Leatherwood, our first-round pick from this past draft, Denzel Good, who pretty much played all last year in place of Richie Incognito, and then Andre James. Andre James has played center in place of Rodney Hudson in 2019 for 2 games, and he did play solid in those 2 games he was in. And I think Andre James under Tom Cable will be a quality center and could live up to that hype that the Raider Nation has been putting up on him. My second topic is the defense. With the firing of Paul Guenther, I'm so glad he's gone. And then the Raiders went out and got former Chargers defensive coordinator Gus Bradley and to replace him. And Gus Bradley completely revamped this whole defense. They released Maurice Hurst. They've released Arden Key, Eric Liability Harris. Who else? LaMarcus Joyner. So those guys are currently off the team, and he brought in his own guys or players that can fit his scheme, such as Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson, Casey Hayward that he brought over from the Chargers, Carl Joseph. So he brought in these guys to play for the team, and I think this defense is a whole lot better than how it was last year, and I think they could be competitive in the regular season. But the Raiders do have a tough schedule and are playing a lot of great offenses this season. So I am excited to see what they can do against those offenses and see if they can hold their own out there. So that's basically my take on the defense. And my third one is Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota had some leg soreness today at practice, so he is listed as questionable, and so it looks like he's not going to be playing tomorrow against Seattle. So there will be Nathan Peterman and Case Cookis and Carr playing tomorrow, but I don't think Carr will be getting much playing time, maybe like a drive or a few plays, and then Peterman and Cookis will come in. Peterman, I think we'll get like the first half, and then Cookis will get the second half. So I think that's how that whole quarterback situation will go. But Carr is not getting any playing time in the preseason. If I was Gruden, I would not be giving Carr no playing time in the preseason. I don't want to be risking him for injuries. So my next topic, top 5 players to watch. So these are 5 players I want to keep an eye on and see how they perform this game against Seattle. So my number 5 is quarterback Nathan Peterman. I want to see if Peterman can secure that backup quarterback role and take Marcus Mariota's job. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. I just want to see if he, improved from his past blunders with the Bills and that 5 interception game. To be honest, I don't really, like when I think of Nathan Peterman, that's all I think about. So I want Nathan Peterman to, get rid of his old self and bring up a new one, a new identity for him. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Gerald McCoy, defensive tackle. We just signed Gerald McCoy like last week, and I think based off of that one press conference, he is bringing a lot of leadership in that defensive line room. I've also seen bits and pieces of video clips of him showing Solomon Thomas some of his moves at practice. So I think Gerald McCoy will be a solid addition, and I think he'll be getting a lot of playing time in the preseason, especially after tearing his quad when he was with the Cowboys, obviously. So that's number 4. Number 3 is Alex Leatherwood, a rookie tackle out of Alabama. So Alex Leatherwood, to me, I think, well, initially on my reaction, I thought he was a reach. I thought the Raiders were going to go elsewhere with that pick in the first round. So Alex Leatherwood will have to probably be going up against Carlos Dunlap, Benson Mayowa, who is a former Raider, by the way. So Alex Leatherwood will be getting some playing time this preseason game. Then my second choice is Trayvon Merrick, our rookie safety, whom we drafted in the second round. Trayvon Merrick will be playing our free safety position opposite of Jonathan Abram. Trayvon Merrick, I have not seen reports of Trayvon Merrick in OTAs or training camp, but I have seen bits and pieces of clips on Twitter of him covering and in his coverage. So I think that's pretty good, and I think he'll be a solid safety for us. Number 1 is Andre James, our brand new center. So Andre James, I want to see, obviously he has to replace Rodney Hudson, who is arguably one of the best centers in the NFL. Obviously we dealt him to the Arizona Cardinals. So Andre James, I am interested in seeing and how he performs. Personally, I think he'll do great tomorrow against Seattle. So Andre James is our new starting center. And that's basically my 5 players, so I'll just go over the list again. Number 1 is Andre James. Number 2 is Trayvon Merrick. Number 3 is Alex Leatherwood. Number 4 is Gerald McCoy. Number 5 is Nathan Peterman. So those are the 5 players I want to go over. I have a lot more players, but I think everyone's just looking at the depth that we have on this team, especially on defense and offense. What the hell am I saying? Everyone on the whole team, we need depth, because last year we just dealt with injuries, COVID, stuff like that, and it got pretty annoying. So that's basically the video, you guys. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe and hit that bell so you'll miss any more new videos. And I will be doing this for all of the games this year, preseason, regular season, and if we make the playoffs, and I'll do it for the playoffs. So that's basically all I got for you today. So that's basically it, y'all. Peace out.